Good morning, students. Students, in our previous lecture, we did certain numerical problem based on the calculation of the enthalpy of the reaction and calculation based on the thermochemical equations. We have done with you the heat of formation, we have done with you the heat of combustion, we have done with you the enthalpy of sublimation, etc., etc. In the lecture of the day, we'll try to determine the lattice energy. In fact, before studying or determination of a lattice energy, we must know what is lattice energy. Now, when the cation and the anion attract each other to form a solid crystal or form a solid, then the energy released is called as the lattice energy. So how do we define lattice energy? It is the amount of energy released when 1 mole of a compound is formed from the interaction of its constituent ions, that is cations and the anions. So if we define the lattice energy, it is defined as the amount of energy released. It is defined as the amount of energy released, when 1 mole of a substance or a compound is formed from, when 1 mole of compound is formed by the interaction of its constituent ions, is formed by the interaction of its constituent ions, formed by the interaction of its constituent ions, formed by the interaction of its constituent ions, that is cations and the anions, that is cations and anions, formed by the interaction of its constituent ions, that is the cations and the anions. Let me say, if we have a constituent cations which is A positive, and this is in the form of a gas. When it interacts with a B negative, and this B negative is in the form of a gas, they combine with each other and result in the formation of A positive, B negative. Am I clear? And over here the energy will be released. And this is 1 mole of this is formed. This energy released will be called as a lattice energy. So this energy released over here, this is called as a lattice energy. So how do we define lattice energy? It is defined as the amount of energy released when 1 mole of the compound is formed by the interaction of its constituent ions. Suppose we have a cation A positive and the anion B negative. When they interact, they result in the formation of 1 mole of AB, and the energy released will be called as a lattice energy. Now, the lattice energy, it is represented by the symbol U. So, how do we represent it? It is represented by the symbol U. So, remember, lattice energy is represented by the symbol U. It is always the energy released. So, will be given by the negative sign. Am I clear? It is always and always the energy released. So, will be given by the negative sign. It is represented by, symbol U. Am I clear? It is always energy released. It is always the energy released, hence given with the negative sign. Hence given with a negative sign. Hence given with the negative sign. I think I shall be very clear. We will now, student, you must understand one thing. It is very difficult to find the lattice energy by direct interaction of a cation and the anion, or by the direct experiment, and hence it is find out indirectly by the use of a cycle which is called as a Born-Haber cycle. So we will try to determine the lattice energy by the cycle which is known as a Born-Haber cycle, as it is very difficult to find out it by the direct experimentation method. It is difficult. It is determined indirectly by Born-Haber cycle. It is determined indirectly by Born-Haber cycle. By Born-Haber cycle. Now, what is this Born-Haber cycle? This is something what we are trying to study. Suppose we study the formation of sodium chloride, and the sodium chloride is in the form of solid. How is it formed? By the interaction of the sodium cation and the anion over here. It is obtained by the interaction of sodium cation and chloride anion. Am I clear? When the sodium ion and the chloride ion interact with each other, energy will be released, and this energy will be called as a lattice energy. But directly it is not easy to find out this. So how do we find out this in this case? What we will do, we will take sodium metal. Sodium metal in the form of a solid. How we will determine it? We will take sodium in the form of a solid. Now this is difficult to determine directly. And over here we will take chlorine, and this chlorine is in the form of a gas. When sodium and chlorine, sodium in the form of a solid and chlorine in the form of a gas, they suppose directly combine with each other. In this case, the heat liberated will be suppose minus Q. Am I clear? When sodium in the form of a solid, chlorine in the form of a gas combine to form sodium chloride, the heat liberated will be minus Q. In terms of lattice energy, this sodium solid first of all is to be converted into the form of a sodium gas. So this solid is to be converted in the form of a sodium, and this sodium will be in the form of a gas. Energy required in this process will be enthalpy of sublimation. So this will be by the process of sublimation, and this is enthalpy of sublimation. This will be enthalpy of sublimation. Now this chlorine will undergo dissociation to form chlorine in the monoatomic gaseous form. So this chlorine over here will change into the chlorine in the form of a gas. It will change into chlorine in the form of a gas. And the energy required over here will be the dissociation energy. So this will be by the process of a dissociation. And this will be half of D. Now this sodium is to be converted into sodium cation. How? By removal of energy, and that energy will be called as the ionization energy. So this will be the ionization energy or ionization potential. So energy required to convert sodium in the form of a gas to the sodium cation will be the ionization energy. Here chlorine is in the form of a gas. It is to be converted into the chloride ion which is negatively charged. So for this purpose, the energy will be required. Energy will be released. So energy released in the gain of electron is called as a electron affinity. It is called as electron affinity. It is always and always the energy released. So we will keep it as minus electron affinity. Am I clear, student? Just see. Now this sodium cation is formed and the chloride anion is formed. When they interact with each other, the energy released will be called as a lattice energy. Energy released will be called as a lattice energy. So instead of determining this directly, we have tried to determine this indirectly in the form of a cycle, and that cycle is called as a Born-Haber cycle. What is this over here? If I say the energy released minus Q by combination of sodium and chlorine, this will be equal to enthalpy of sublimation. Am I clear? Plus half of dissociation. Then energy required will be ionization potential. Then when it is converted into anion, energy will be released. This will be electron affinity. And when they interact with each other, it will be a lattice energy. So this is how this energy change can be determined. When all the data are given, Q is given, enthalpy of sublimation is given, dissociation is given, ionization potential is given, and electron affinity is given. This IP over here is ionization potential. This is ionization potential. We can find out the value of U. What will be U? It will be a lattice energy, since it is always the energy released. So you will observe that its value will come to be negative. Numerically or mathematically, when we calculate this, it will come to be negative, because the energy released in this case will be called as a lattice energy. So this is how the numerical problem. If all the data are given based on for the calculation of lattice energy, using this relation we will be using. So heat of a reaction, Q over here is what? The heat of a reaction. Q is a heat of a reaction, will be equal to summation of enthalpy of sublimation plus half of dissociation plus ionization potential minus electron affinity plus lattice energy. Am I clear, student? What was lattice energy? It is a lattice energy. Lattice energy is the energy released when the 1 mole of a compound is formed by the interaction of its constituent ions. It is not possible to calculate direct value of a lattice energy, so it is indirectly calculated by the use of a cycle which is known as a Born-Haber cycle. Now, based on this, we will try to do 2 numerical problems. Just see the question. Calculate the lattice energy for the reaction. Reaction is lithium ion in the form of a gas combined with chloride ion in the form of a gas and result in the formation of lithium chloride in the form of a solid. So here lithium and chloride ion combine to form a lithium chloride solid. Given data is enthalpy of sublimation of lithium is 160.67 kilojoule per mole. Energy of dissociation for chlorine is 122.17 kilojoule per mole. Ionization potential for lithium is 520.07 kilojoule per mole. Electron affinity for chlorine is minus 365.26 kilojoule per mole. And enthalpy of formation, that is the heat of a reaction. This heat of a reaction will be in terms of enthalpy of formation, is minus 401.66 kilojoule per mole. What I have to find out? The lattice energy. So it will be minus Q will be equal to delta H plus half of dissociation plus ionization potential minus electron affinity plus lattice energy. Substituting all the values, this will be minus 401.66 will be equal to 160.67 plus 122.17 plus 520.07 minus 365.26 plus U. On calculation, the value of lattice energy will come out to be equal to minus 839.31 kilojoule per mole. I think I shall be clear. Yes or not, student? So U will be equal to minus 839.31 kilojoule per mole over here. Clear? You may see over here the answer is coming in negative because it is energy released. Now look at the next one. When a mole of a crystalline sodium chloride is prepared, 410 kilojoule of a heat is produced. The heat of sublimation of sodium metal is 180.8 kilojoule. The heat of dissociation of chlorine gas into atom is 242.7 kilojoule. The ionization energy of sodium and electron affinity of chlorine are 493.7 and minus 368.2 kilojoule respectively. Calculate the lattice energy of a sodium chloride. Again the same formula. Minus Q will be equal to enthalpy of sublimation plus half of dissociation plus ionization potential minus electron affinity plus U. Putting on all the values, what is the Q value given over here? Minus 410. This is enthalpy of formation of a sodium chloride. Enthalpy of sublimation is 108.8 plus half into 242.7 plus ionization potential is 493.7. Electron affinity is given minus 368.2. No need of a confusion. Just see, electron affinity over here is minus 368.2. Please do not do it like this, minus plus, because it will always be the energy release. So it is to be minus substituted. And then lattice energy, the value will come out to be equal to minus 765.65 kilojoule per mole. So what will be the lattice energy in this case? It will come out to be equal to minus 765.65 kilojoule per mole over here. So student, you can see how we obtain the lattice energy of a substance. What was the lattice energy? It is defined as the amount of energy released when 1 mole of a compound is formed by the interaction of its constituent ion over here. When 1 mole of a compound is formed by the interaction of its constituent ions. So I hope this must have been very clear. Now student, what was the aim of thermodynamics? To find out the feasibility of a chemical reaction and to determine the enthalpy change during any chemical reaction, thermodynamics and thermochemistry. Second aim of the chapter has been achieved. We have been able to find out the ways by which we may calculate the energy changes. First aim, that is the feasibility of a chemical reaction, is still left. For that, we will again come back to the thermodynamic section and we'll try to find out what causes the feasibility of a chemical reaction or what are the conditions for the feasibility of a chemical reaction. Revise your work. Please make the notes properly. Sufficient number of numerical problems are being done for you for the clarity of the subject. I hope you are working hard. We'll meet again in the next lecture. Till then, thank you.